I'll try my best to talk calmly and quietly over this video to keep the relaxed mood of music. So this is a gift that I made for my mother-in-law for Mother's Day. I haven't made her anything with resin before, and so for a long time I've been wanting to make her something really special, so I thought I'd take this opportunity. So this process of placing the flowers in right now actually took an entire hour. It is 45 seconds over a sped up time lapse, but yeah, it takes a lot longer than what it actually looks to get the composition right. What you want to do when you are focusing on this part is just kind of making it taller around the edges and placing the flowers in the right position so the eye travels nicely along the piece. All of these flowers that I used are preserved fully dry flowers. You always need to make sure that your flowers are 100% dry for putting them in resin. So at the bottom is some amethyst chips. I was going for like a cottage garden vibe, and then I put in some little iridescent flakes just to give it a little sparkle. I let it cure overnight, and then I came back the next day and poured another layer over the top. I did this purposely because when you do flowers and botanicals like this, they often float and you have a lot of like texture on the back of your piece. So the best way to combat that is to not fill the mold up the whole way on the first layer, come back the second day and do a second layer. And then this makes the back of the piece so lovely and smooth. And you also get a chance to pop all of the bubbles. So this is what I'm doing now. It's actually super satisfying. If the resin has gelled and is like slightly soft still, this is much easier. But on these bubbles here, the resin had completely cured because it was under a heat lamp. So this was really hard resin, so it's harder to pop the bubbles. But I'm just using a barbecue skewer, and patience is kind of key here. I'll just let you enjoy the satisfying bubbles for a moment. So here is the demold. It is a huge mold, like I can't even capture how big this felt for a resin mold. It's a bit of a like agate style shape that you can actually make into trays as well to like bring your food out. You don't want to use resin ever to chop on because it'll scratch it, and food is not safe with resin. But I didn't go that path. I thought my mother-in-law would best like it as a wall hanging. So this is me starting making it into a wall hanging. These are all my stainless steel attachments that I've just collected and I just have as stock to when I make something. I went around the edges with a little nail file and just smoothed out any of the rough edges. It's always easy to cut yourself on resin, so before you give resin to anyone, you always want to try get rid of those rough edges. Little clean later, Oh yeah, and then this was me doubting my decision and seeing if I wanted to make it into a tray. I have all these handles that I'm going to make into resin molds, so let me know if that's if you're interested in that. I can, when I make the molds of them, you can actually make your own resin handles, which is really cool. So back to the wall hanging, I'm measuring out how much chain I need, and using a really small drill bit inside my Dremel to pre-drill the holes that I want to stick the screws in. This is a part that people kind of don't know, that you want your drill bit to be much smaller than your screw in width. You want your screw grips, what are they called? I can't think of what they're called. The teeth on the screw that makes it grip into place. You want that to be sticking inside the resin and have some tension when you're twisting the screw in. What I'm doing now is I'm using a paint pen that I bought from Officeworks. This is a uni brand, and it is alcohol based, which means if you make a mistake you can just get a cotton tip. I just use metho. Isopropyl alcohol works better as well, and just wipe away the kind of mistakes that you've made. So I decided to make the edges silver, one to match the chain and kind of suit the agate style that I was going for. Just made it a bit more classy. Yeah, just what I decided to go with. And so now I'm attaching the chain with some simple, strong jump rings. I like to use the thick, hard ones that are for such big pieces like this. I'll link below where I get all my stainless steel attachments from. They're super high quality and they never rust, and they're nice and strong and perfect for crafts like this. Yeah, that's it kind of hanging, and I'll just let you enjoy watching it now in the sun and seeing the beautiful finished details of it. That is a cute little butterfly sticker I put inside there as well. Oop, scared ya. I just had it hanging on my hammock swing rope in the tree that just helped me support it while I filmed. So there we go, guys. I hoped you loved seeing that process and maybe learned something as well. My mother-in-law absolutely loved it. I wanted to film her reaction, but I kind of just let it slide and appreciated the moment. She has it on display in her house. Feel welcome to ask your questions below. I'll try to get back to as many as I can. I did not make this silicone mold though, however I do make silicone molds and have a bunch in my shop if you want to check them out. Thanks for watching.